Is life and dating just a game? Let's get into that. Coming up next. What's good everyone, Mario here. The following video that you're about to watch comes from my free online course, Intro to Game. Now, a lot of this content from the course is going to be on this YouTube playlist, so do check that out. But not all of it. So if you are interested, and I hope you are, in leveling up your game, then follow the link in the description or the card for this video and sign up so that you can take this course online for free at our website, upyourdatinggame.com. See you soon and take care. Enjoy the video. What's good everyone, Mario here. I want to ask you a question. Do you believe that life is just a game? Because I do. And I didn't always believe that, but now I have this philosophy, this mindset, this belief that life is just a game, and further, that dating is just a game, that attraction is just a game, and that so many other of our life experiences are just games. Now, I didn't always have this belief, so I get it if you don't have this belief now or ever, because that's okay. This can only resonate with people that it resonates with when they are ready. That's fine. So there are going to be people who think like I'm way off and cuckoo. There are going to be people who are like, oh yeah, I get that. And there are going to be a large group of you who are just kind of in the middle, who are just like, I have an open mind. Let's hear what you have to say. Well, what I'd like for you to do, all of you, is give me just a few minutes, because in these few minutes, which is all I need, I'm going to take you 5 logical and reasonable steps closer towards embracing this philosophy that indeed life is just a game. Now for me, once I kind of latched on to this philosophy, it helped me out, because what it allowed me to do was kind of make more sense of the world. It gave me more clarity, and I could see that things had kind of just more of a structure and order to them. And it also allowed me to further make a path for pursuing my successes. And I've been teaching it to my dating coaching clients, men and women, and they've had their successes and benefits, and now I want to pass it along to you as well. So if this doesn't immediately sound like something that you are making sense of or resonating with, I get that. But give me to the end of this video, because I think we'll make it 5 steps closer towards you embracing that belief that life is indeed just a game. Now I will send out this caveat and say that, hey, I can't say that this is a truth, this is a fact, this is evidence, because I can't tell you that life is indeed just a game. I can't prove it. I really can't. I haven't been alive and dead and back to being alive to say, hey, I told you guys it was just a game. So this is all just philosophy, a belief, mindset, but what a constructive one. What a productive one to have. What a mindset for accomplishment, right? At least I think so. I've seen the way it works, and I want to pass it along to you. It's better than other philosophies or ways of thinking, okay? Now, when I was getting into embracing this philosophy, I didn't go into it all at once. I had to build up to it and keep on growing in my acceptance of this philosophy. And one of the things that I had to do was make sense of what games were. So I want to do that for you. So you're going to get the fast forward sort of version because you get the benefit of all my work. Basically what I was doing was I was researching games. I was like, well, if life is a game, then what is a game? What makes up a game? And what I realized, what I came to understand, was that every game has these 5 components in common. And if they don't have these 5 components, it's not a game. So then my question was, does life check out? Does dating check out? And the answer is actually going to be yes, but you're going to have to kind of go through it to believe it. So let me go through these 5 components of any game, starting with number 1. Players. Every game needs players. You can't have a game with just one player and no opposition. There has to be opposition. There might be one human, but there needs to be another competitor, another force that is the opposition. So in any game, there has to be at least 2 or more players. There has to be competitors. There has to be opposition. Okay? Does life fill that? Does it check that box? Absolutely. We've got, what, 7 billion competitors, 7 billion players. All right. Dating checks the same box. It obviously has competition for dating. It always obviously has those different players who are competing and trying to win against you in the dating world. And they're trying to compete against you in the real life world too. So life and dating, they check off the box for having players. All right. The second box is every game has to have fair goals and challenges. All right. key part is fair. The goals and challenges have to be reasonable and attainable, not impossible. So they have to be something that anyone would look forward to as being like, that's possible, I could do that. Because otherwise, you just kind of squash all the optimism and excitement from the game, and nobody wants to play it. So if there is a goal or a challenge that just is so impossible, it doesn't make for a game because nobody would play it, nobody would continue to play it, and nobody would ever beat it because it's actually impossible. So what's the point? So in life, are the goals reasonable and attainable? Well, sometimes you have to kind of understand that you're setting your own goals. So I think, if we look at it, well, yeah, like our goals are reasonable. And think about your goals for life. Having a successful career, is that reasonable, attainable? Sure. Is meeting someone for a relationship reasonable and attainable? Sure. All right. You're not asking, like, if your goal is to become like the ruler of the entire universe, yeah, that's not exactly as attainable or reasonable. So that doesn't make for a good challenge. Okay. But in the dating world, what are your challenges? Get a phone number, get a date, having sex with somebody, getting into a relationship. These are all reasonable and attainable goals or challenges, whatever you want to call them. Reasonable, attainable, they are not impossible, even for someone who is 500 pounds, who considers themselves ugly, stupid, unhealthy, you name it. Even for anybody, it's attainable for you to achieve some successes. So, yeah. Dating and life, check that box for reasonable, attainable goals and challenges. All right. The third component of any game is that it has to have interactivity involving choice, not chance. Chance is just saying like, hey, whatever comes up happens, and it's just like luck. All right. A real game does not just go by luck. It involves choice, because choice allows you to show off your skill through your actions, because your skill is going to be in selecting actions that put you in a position to better win or win more often. All right. So your actions are a reflection of your skill. So you have to have that component of choice to show off that you know those how to select those appropriate actions, that it's not just luck. Does anybody want to play a game that's just luck? Not really. We want to show off our skill. We want to know that we're responsible for our outcome. So we want games that involve choice, that our actions show that we're impacting our success and failure, and that it wasn't just random. It wasn't just chance, that we had something to do with it, that it was us. We were making an impact through choice. Does life check that box? Absolutely. Every day we're making choices that impact our success and failure. It's not just random that you're successful in certain areas. What are you successful in? Are you successful in your job? Have you developed competency and a skill? Let me ask you this. Was it by accident? Was it just random? Was it just by chance? Fuck no. You put in time, effort, investment to get better. You put into work. You paid the price. And you now know that you made those decisions because that was you. That was not just chance. It was not just luck. Now, dating, does your outcome, is that just luck? Did you get that great relationship just by luck? No, you got it by being a total package, by developing who you are. You did it by combing your hair that day, by being clean, by having something to say, by not being awkward, by just being good company. It was not luck or chance that got you that success for getting that phone number, getting that date, or getting into that relationship. You had to earn it. You had to qualify for it. It was not luck or chance. It involved your choices that impacted your success or failure, both dating and life. Check that box for interactivity involving choice. All right, 3 out of 5 so far. The fourth is that there have to be rules. Now, these rules can be official or unofficial, but there have to be rules to any game. Otherwise, how do we know who's winning or how to play? So there has to be rules. But in life, are there rules? Yeah, there are rules. There are rules that if you want to get a job, it's a pretty good idea to dress appropriately, to be professional. And if you break that rule, it's not a law. It's a rule that you should follow, but if you don't follow it, you'll get punished. So if you don't dress up, if you go into a job interview super dirty, smelly, not prepared, are you very likely to get that job? No. So there are unofficial rules and sometimes official rules that you have to follow in life. All right. When it comes to dating, you know what? There are rules and unofficial rules. Dating is full of unofficial rules. But there's so many things that, as a guy, like one great unofficial rule would be like, hey, you don't have to message or connect or lead an interaction with a woman first, but it's a pretty damn good idea to do it. So that's an unofficial rule that the guys should take the lead more often than not with women if you want to succeed. Now, for sure, guys, you can break that rule all you want, but you can also wait super long for your phone to ring, to get that text message, or to get that date with that big crush that you have because you're trying to break the rules and not lead and take action. All right. And I'm not saying that guys always have to make the first move, but I'm saying that unofficial rule of guys making the first move, if you choose to not follow it, you will be punished. Dating has rules. Life has rules. Some of them are official. Some of them are unofficial. All right. The fifth component of any game, both in life and dating, is that the outcome has not been determined. All right, think about it. Nobody wants to play a game where the outcome has been determined. Would you play 3 hours of Monopoly if you knew you were going to lose? No. As soon as you know you're going to lose and you have no chance of winning, what do you do at Monopoly? You flip the game over, get upset, or say, I quit, fuck it, you win. And you get mad at somebody because you lost. But you don't keep on playing once the outcome has been determined. Matter of fact, if you knew the outcome before you started playing, you would have never started playing. And the same thing with dating. Would you get into an experience knowing how it ends? Probably not. No, because you actually, the thing that's funny about dating is that what sometimes we forget about is that lack of knowing how things turn out is a requirement for that excitement. Because if by not knowing how things turn out, that provides the excitement, that provides that reward. When things do work out, it makes it that much sweeter. Because we didn't know. We had a hunch. We thought maybe, but we didn't know for sure. And then when it does, that made it all the while worth it. Now think about it in dating. Would you pursue anything in dating if you knew you were going to get rejected? Would you pursue somebody if you knew she was going to break your heart, or if he was going to cheat on you, or if you knew that this was going to be the worst thing that happened to you in your life? Would you get involved in that? No. But that's part of the game. You can't know these things. Otherwise, you would just do nothing or avoid certain experiences. And then how might you learn for your life how to become that strong individual if you never had that heartbreak, if you never had that guy cheat on you, if you never had a bad experience on a first date? How would you know what a good first date was? All right, so it's actually a good thing that we don't have successful and unsuccessful outcomes determined beforehand. So for us in any game, whether it's life or dating, we don't want that outcome determined. People don't play those games. There's not a game that you play where you know the outcome. Do you play anything on your video games where you know you're going to win or lose? No. Do you play any games with people in athletics where you know who's going to win or lose? And matter of fact, that's like the cardinal sin of any professional sport, is fixing the outcome. That's what will ruin a sport, and that's what they're most serious about. Baseball, football, all these sports, basketball, where they're super serious about fixing the games, about players like fixing the game to lose or win, referees. It's super serious because that ruins a game. It makes it not a game anymore. If the outcome is going to be determined, people won't watch, people won't play, people won't pay to watch that NBA game. So we can't have games, real games, with outcomes who are already determined. So for every game, the outcome always has to be not determined yet. Life checks that box. You don't know how it's going to end up. You don't know what your career is going to be. You don't know who you're going to be in a relationship with. You don't know the next time you're going to have sex. You don't know the next time you're going to have a fantastic date. These things in life and dating are all not determined. We have to find them out. So we have 5 components of games. And guess what? Life and dating check all 5 of those boxes. So what do you have to say? For me, I'm not saying it's foolproof, but I'm saying it's enough for me, and I think many of you out there, to lean into this philosophy, this belief that life is indeed a game, and so is dating, and so is attraction, and so are many other of our life experiences on our earth during our lifetime. That's what I want you to know. So hopefully that message resonated a little bit with you. If maybe just for some, we planted the seed, and for some of you that seed took and you're going to see the world a little bit differently. And for those of you who that seed did take, I'm glad for you. Because for me, knowing that the world makes a little bit more sense, having a way to look and having a philosophy of life that is just kind of like, what's the harm? That's something I can get behind. And that's why I'm sharing it with you, because I don't think there's really any sort of harm in going about life with a belief or philosophy, a mindset that life is just a game. Dating is just a game. You all take care. Thanks for watching. If you appreciated the content from this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And male or female, if you're not satisfied with your dating or online dating experience, I invite you to join one or both of our free academies. We have Get Game Group Academy and Get Game Group Online Dating Academy, both of which send out free weekly videos designed to help you up your game.